Hello, welcome to American Baker in Germany. I'm Michelle, and today we are altering my vanilla cake recipe to be for someone with intolerances. These are not true allergies, but they are pretty severe intolerances, so we are doing our very, very best to make my vanilla cake recipe gluten-free, dairy-free, and soy-free. So that is our challenge today, and I'm excited to try it, and so let's get started.
Before we start using these ingredients, we have to clean everything we're going to be using thoroughly. We are using a vinegar cleaner, and we are using it to clean all the trace elements off of our equipment. These have all already been washed, so nothing is truly dirty. We are just being cautious to make sure it's truly pristine. We need 2 different bowls for the batter, one for the batter and one to beat the egg whites in. We have 2 different cake pans as we're making several batches, one 10-inch and one 8-inch. Also 2 spatulas, beaters, attachment for the stand mixer, 2 spoons, a teaspoon and a tablespoon, measuring cups. I am also cleaning my stand mixer and my hand mixer. As for the ingredients, I am using new packages of everything possible. It's really easy to accidentally get trace amounts of ingredients they can't have in open packages if you used it before for a recipe that included ingredients they can't digest. So to avoid cross-contaminants, it's best to use unopened, new packages whenever possible. We replace the flour with gluten-free flour mixture. This is a replacement for all-purpose flour. We replace the butter with this margarine. This one is rather butter-like in texture. However, margarine is a huge red flag. Read through all the ingredients and make sure there is no dairy or soy. Both of those appear in margarine on a regular basis. Double check. We are using oil. We're using salt straight out of the package. We're using a new package of sugar. We're using vanilla extract. We're using new packages of baking powder. I double-checked the baking spray and it does not contain soy, so we are using it to prepare our cake pans today. As a replacement for milk, we are using almond milk today. This is my friend's favorite milk substitute. Eggs you probably need to worry about the least, since they're all clean inside the shells. So let's clean up and put everything together. I used a brand new sponge and cleaned up everything with hot water and vinegar cleaner. I spilled water everywhere, but it was most important to me that everything be absolutely pristine. I spent some extra time scrubbing the cake pans since they could have old cake crumbs hanging out in the nooks and crannies. I wiped down the hand mixer quite thoroughly, probably better than I ever have before. I also took off and cleaned the dust guard on the stand mixer. Then I wiped down the stand mixer really thoroughly. If you're making something for someone with true allergies, I was told it was important to let everything possible soak in bleach water before using it. Since I'm making something for someone with intolerances that are not life-threatening, the scrub I gave them should be enough. After everything was clean, I took a newly washed towel and dried everything off. Everything looked beautiful and absolutely pristine. Then I prepared my cake pans. I lined them with baking paper and sprayed them with baking spray. I prepared my egg whites first. I separated my eggs into the bowl. I beat them to stiff peaks and set them aside. I used the spoon to scoop out about 1/3 of a cup of margarine and added it to the stand mixer to cream. I added the oil, sugar, and vanilla extract to the margarine. I added a pinch of salt and a packet of baking powder. Then I add the gluten-free flour 1/3 at a time, alternating with the almond milk half at a time. The batter was a bit lighter in color and thinner than my vanilla batter usually is, but it still looked really lovely. I folded in my egg whites. When finished, I poured the batter into the prepared pans and baked it just like I normally would. This cake baked up light and fluffy and gorgeous. The gluten-free flour is lighter in color than wheat flour, so it almost didn't even brown on the outside at all. The texture was amazing. I leveled the cakes and tried some scraps and it was delicious. I am officially excited about this. And yes, it is possible to bake for someone with intolerances. If you are extra careful and always read ingredient labels on everything, you can do it too. Happy baking! Subscribe for more tutorials.